Okay, so this is the entrance to our unit, and the room behind here is called the Ante Room. As you will notice on the wall, we have a pressure monitor. The air in the Ante Room is supposed to be and designed to be negative with relation to the hallway, so that any air movement goes into the room, and when the door is opened, air goes from the hallway into the Ante Room and does not come back out. This pressure monitor is on all the time, so that we're sure it actually fulfills that need. This is the Ante Room, which is where all the preparations for going into the patient room occurs. Things you might notice: we have a light-activated sink so that people don't have to touch handles. We also have an intercom system so that visitors can look through the glass and talk to the patient without going into the patient room. You will also notice that there is a red square on the rectangle on the floor, and that red rectangle is part of our process for taking off personal protective equipment, because we strongly believe that most healthcare workers get infected by contaminating themselves as they take off personal protective equipment. Here you will notice the shells that are for the hoods that we wear when patients are generating a lot of droplets, which may be contagious. They basically fit like bicycle helmets, like so, and then we have a hood that covers it and covers the shoulders. Again, just another measure to protect our healthcare workers. As long as we're in that corner, we have a biological safety hood. This is where we do certain specimen preparation under high containment situations. For example, if we're collecting specimens to go to the Centers for Disease Control, we would prepare them in that hood. Coming off this room, we have the locker. As you can see, everybody's got their shoes here. They wear special shoes when they go into the patient room. And we also have a shower. The shower is designed in case people get a large splash or exposure, they can come immediately into this shower room and decontaminate themselves. Now we have two patient rooms coming off of this Ante Room. Both of them are identical. Once again, you will notice there's a monitor. And this monitor again assures us that all of the air in the patient room stays in the patient room. The pressure in that patient room is negative with regard to this Ante Room, so that when the door is opened, all of the air goes into the patient room and none of it comes out of the patient room. So again, we have now two levels of protection in terms of airborne transmission. Air goes from the hallway into this Ante Room, and then it goes from this Ante Room into the patient room. So two levels of protection to make sure that no airborne particles in the patient room go into the into the general hallway. The patient room itself has been designed as an intensive care unit. The head wall that we have over there is identical to the head wall in one of our intensive care units. It has all of the oxygen, electrical, and suctioning connections that we would require to take care of a patient with any degree of illness. The other thing that characterizes this room is the very special air handling. So all of the air comes in through the ceiling supply and goes in a directional fashion down to the air return. That ensures that there's no turbulence or mixing, and all of the air goes directly out. Once the air goes into this supply, it is HEPA filtered and then 100% exhausted to the outside. Once again, I call your attention to two squares on the floor, actually two rectangles on the floor. And once again, these rectangles are designed to be different stations in the process of removing personal protective equipment. Getting back to the air changes, there are 20 air changes per hour in these rooms, so roughly every 3 minutes the air in this room is changed. The only additional thing we have is each room has its own contained bathroom. And again, this has been designed so that patient waste can be disinfected before it's entered into the sanitary sewers, so that no live pathogens are released into the municipal sewage supply.